when we talk about meal planning for athletes, it's rice is an important factor, or maybe we can say carbohydrate is an important factor that we really need to eat, because whatever you're eating, carb is the first component that is going to give energy for the athletes. So of course you need to incorporate rice for the athletes, but the portion depends. So if they are already on a vacation mode, if they are really not exercising, not training, or they have finished their competition and they want to relax, so in that case maybe we can incorporate, or maybe we can cut down on their portion sizes, because they are not going to exercise at that point of time. So maybe they would be taking in other food stuffs also that could increase their calories. So in that point of time we would cut down their portions. Or apart from that, most of the time if they are exercising extensively, we are also fueling them up extensively. So we are going to give rice to the athletes, and the portion can be in a very big amount. But what I try to do is I always try to maintain it with a good amount of protein. So protein could be from dal, or it could be from chicken, poultry. So mixing it, or whatever we eat, that is our normal dal bhat and dal, legumes and vegetables, what we usually generally eat. So that is a good lunch for a sports person. Only the portions matters according to what they are doing and where they are doing. So apart from that, when we are going to talk about food items that is going to increase their performance, there are cases in which you could see that if they eat dark chocolate, it is going to help increase or improve their athletic performance. It has not yet been proven, but the sayings are lingering around. Dark chocolate actually has a lot of mood boosting and a lot of other help, or a lot of other beneficial benefits for your body. So due to that, I would always recommend that if they really want to go for chocolate, or if they want to go for chocolate, taking a small cube will not really harm. But the saying that if you are going to eat dark chocolate, it is going to help you with your in performance is not yet proven, or there has not been any scientific evidence to it. So we would not really tell them to eat it in that sense. But because dark chocolate already has a lot of other healthy benefits, so it could be incorporated in their diet. But when we talk about sugary drinks, apart from chocolate, sugary drinks are usually not recommended. But there are cases in which it has to be when the sports person needs an instant energy releasing drink. In that cases, it could be beneficial. For example, for any marathon runner, if they are running, instead of hitting the wall, if they would drink a sugary drink halfway through their running regime, or halfway through their running competition, is very important, because they would be completely depleted from their carbohydrates, from their energy sources in their body. So at that point of time, they need instant energy giving drinks. So in that case, sugary drinks can be of help. But apart from that, taking in sugary drinks in general is not really recommended. But when we talk about sugary drinks post exercise, there are times where a lot of the times the sports person, they take a very big amount of sugary drinks. It could be some powder drinks, or some drinks which has sugar in it. So after exercise, I would always recommend them to not do that, but instead go for complex carbohydrate along with protein. So it could be a oatmeal with nuts in it. It already has protein in it and also nuts in it. Or maybe it could be taking in your good amounts of rice with, if you really, it's your time to take your evening dinner, if you're actually exercising in the evening. So taking your rice with a good amount of proteins. If you combine carbohydrate and protein post workout, instead of only going for sugary drinks, that has been proven to help with your muscle, and also help with your muscle recovery, and also help you improve your performance the very next day. So instead of in case of exercise, instead of going for sugary drinks, if you go for carbohydrate and protein based meal after exercise, that could be very important. Apart from that, when we talk about sugars and chocolates, we are also going to talk about the sugar that comes from fruits. So in that case, fruits are always recommended for the athlete person, because it has lots and lots of benefits. But there are few fruits I would always recommend them to take. So that could be banana, because most of the time when you're exercising, you are going to lose potassium from your body, and banana is a very important source of potassium. So incorporating banana in your workout, and also it's a very good energy giving fruit, so if you incorporate it in your diet, it would be very beneficial. Apart from that, taking in any food that is high in vitamin C is going to help you with your recovery stage. So it could be oranges or berries. If you take these fruits, it is very important, it is very good for your body, or because it has vitamin C and it helps you recover very fast. So it's apart from that, taking all of the other fruits are important. So you don't really need to skip on any fruit if you want your meal to be wholesomely healthy. You don't really need to skip on any fruit, but incorporate everything in your diet. It only depends upon is that how is your portion, and how are you going to work on how is your portion and how are you going to work on that. So if you consult your dietitian or a nutritionist for your portion, that would be important. Apart from that, you don't really need to skip on any food products for within the menu. There are cases in which junk foods are taken. We see people, the athlete is eating junk food or eating a big amount of burger or pizza. It's not really not recommended for them when they are in their training phase, or when they are actually exercising, or when they have their competition a day before, a day after. And if you take in these kind of food, it could not be very healthy for you, or it could actually can have a negative impact in your performance. But if you're already on a vacation mode, or if you're actually on a mode in which you're not exercising, not training, and you really want to relax and go for a good amount of vacation, in that cases these are comfort foods, so we would not generally recommend them to not take it at all for your lifetime. So you can actually enjoy these food since they are comfort food, and these are the food in which you bond with your people around. So you could take it at these point of time. So as I always say with any sports person when I'm consulting them, is that when you're eating these kind of foods is important. So your timing of eating these kind of food is important, but usually abstinence of all these food, or abstinence of not eating any pizzas or not eating any burgers is not very much recommended. If you want to eat, it's fine, but when are you taking it is important. So you really need to understand that. But and also your portion. So if you're eating a lot, and if you're eating it for a very long period of time, that could always obviously help you, or obviously is going to increase your weight, and that could again have a negative impact in your performance. So that you really need to consider. But completely avoiding it, or completely going null about it is not recommended. So you can enjoy a bit of your comfort food sometimes, but when are you taking it and how much are you taking it is the important factor that you really need to consider.